Well, hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Rider Ramblings. It's a rare day today. It's sunny. I don't think we've had any sun for 2 weeks. Yeah. Typical. Sorry, we've got somebody who is from out of town who doesn't realise that's priority à droite. And then we've got a woman in a car, priority à droite, basically being an idiot. Never mind. So, yes, anyhow, never mind. Yes, one of these rare occasions. We've actually got sun today. It's a bit chilly, but it's the first decent day we've had for quite a period of time. We haven't had the storms that have been battering the UK. Was it Arwen and Barra, I believe? But what we've had is the rain and so on that was associated with them. So it's been fairly unpleasant, really. And just raining, cold, miserable, threatening to snow, but it never did. So it was just foul weather, basically. Anyhow, never mind. Well, the news is my centre stand has cracked. It's 12 years old, or very close, 18 months old, and the bike's done 193,000 kilometres, so that's quite a long way, and I tend to park the bike on the centre stand all the time, so but it has finally cracked, unfortunately, and is no longer functioning properly. So yeah, never mind. That's the problem. So I have a spare centre stand, and the theory is that it's easy to replace, and it actually is quite easy to replace once you've worked out how to get the spring off. The problem is that the exhaust is in the way. So although the centre stand is just one bolt and the springs, you've got to remove the silencer. I don't know what Charlie on the BMW is doing. I don't think he does either. But he's not doing a good job of it. Right, so yes, where was I? Blessed are those who have not seen yet still believe. Interesting shirt. Don't know if you can see that on the back of his shirt, never on the back of his jacket. Anyhow, where was I? Oh yeah, so I have to actually remove the silencer to extract the centre stand. I'm still working out how to take the springs off, because there are two springs, one inside the other. And although I can put washers in the outer spring, and so therefore release the tension on that, not too sure how I'm going to deal with the inner spring to get the tension off that one. So if you have any suggestions as to removing the centre stand spring, I would be interested. I'm wondering if it has to be removed, or whether you can sort of manhandle it, the centre stand, into place with the spring attached. The problem is the tongues on the springs, the little hooks on the springs, are not very big. So actually trying to put anything on them and grasp them is actually quite difficult. So I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. So we'll have to see on that one. But as I say, I have a spare centre stand. I bought it because a crack did appear in the centre stand last year, I think, but a very minor one. But actually where it's broken is not where the crack was. This is a new... The crack is still there, the crack is fine. Sorry, we've got an idiot in a black van behind who I think wants to marry me. Absolute crazy. I think he was within a foot, certainly a foot, of the back of the bike, which is not the cleverest of places to be. But never mind. Anyhow, so yes, if you've got any ideas as to how to attach this, because looking at the manual, it actually says, remove the springs. It doesn't actually say how, it just says remove them. And as I say, I've tried to pull the springs apart myself, but they're proving resistant. As I say, I can use the old washer trick by sort of opening up the coils of the... Is it idiot day today? Somebody just gone through a red light and nearly pranged the car. I think it must be idiot day today. Never mind. So I can do the washer's trick on the outer spring, but I don't know what I'm going to do on the inner spring. And as I say, there's very little to actually get a grip on to do it, so I'm just wondering whether or not it can be done by actually attaching the spring first and then using the actual centre stand itself as the lever to get it into place. So yes, I would be interested in your thoughts on this. The other problem is I think I've got a slow puncture on the rear. Now I've searched and searched and searched on the tyre and I can't see anything in the tyre, so I wonder if it's the valve that's going. So that's the next thing I need to do, is go and get a new valve core. And I think it's idiot day today. So I better take care, because it looks like Mr. and Mrs. Idiot are on the road today. I really do think it is idiot day today. Oh, and that scooter that went through on the inside of me there is brand new. The plate, well, I would say brand new, I'd probably say it's about 2 or 3 months old, that's about it, based on the registration number, because now you can tell how new or old vehicles are in France to a certain extent. not always, but to a certain extent, by their plates, just like you can in the UK, whereas previously you had no idea as to their age, only which county, which department they came from. Now you've got some idea as the department, but that isn't necessarily true anymore. But you do know the approximate age of the vehicle. That had the plate GB, which is about 2 months old, where I think we're now on GC or GD, I believe, and it takes a couple of months or so to go through a letter. And the letters are for the whole of France, not just for a single department. If you look at this plate in front, you can see it says EV. So EV tells you the approximate age, and the BT, just after that, you probably can't see, but it actually says 91. That's the department it was registered in, but it's not necessarily, that's first registered in, and that remains with it now, the plate. Whereas previously, every time the vehicle was sold, you actually changed the plate if it had moved departments. If it hadn't moved departments, the plate remained the same. Yeah. Typical French administration. Let's make something that should be really easy difficult. Yes, you need. And you are actually, every time you sell your vehicle in France, you actually have to pay a fee to the French equivalent of the, well, it's not the DVLA, it's the local prefecture. You have to pay a fee for the transfer of the vehicle to the new owner. Yeah. So, I can't remember what it is, but it's not that expensive. I think it's about 50 euros or something like that, but I'm not sure. Yep, anyhow, that's my rantings for today. It looks like the weather, the good weather that we did have is going, which is just what I don't need. So I'll leave the camera running in case anything interesting happens, and I'll say thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe if I can get my words out. And if you do know an easy way of removing the springs from the centre stand and putting them back on again, I would be very interested in hearing about that in the comments below.